Hi, this is Sean.
Hi, this is Isaac.
And this channel's called Wolf Dog Moon. And today we're going to do another review on the Memphis Wrestling, the Championship Wrestling presented by CarShield. If you like this kind of content and you like wrestling, smash that like button. Subscribe to our channel. Ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on our next video. Comment down below and share with your friends. Alright, let's get into this. So, if you've seen our previous video, which was on the Memphis Wrestling, episode 1 of their episodic content, then you know what this is about. If not, basically we're going to do a spoiler-free review of some of the action from the Championship Wrestling presented by CarShield. Now, you can go to the YouTube channel for Memphis Wrestling, and what you're going to do is they have playlists set up, and you'll see it says Championship Wrestling presented by CarShield, and just scroll down till you find 1/8/22, because that's where we're going to start with pretty much the first episode of the year. And we're gonna try to catch up because they're putting out a new episode today. Today is October 22nd, so we have some catching up to do. So you're welcome to come along with us on our journey as we try to catch up, because we discovered this channel yesterday and we were blown away by how fun and the event was and the different stuff that they do for their promotion. So come along with us and on this journey. Now, Memphis Wrestling is a promotion that used to be back in the good old days of wrestling, back in the 80s and the 70s and stuff, and they went off the air at some point, I think in the early 90s or in the late 80s, and now they're back on TV. And what's really cool is that it's wrestling again. I mean, they're doing all the moves. They're doing backdrops. They're doing grappling. They're doing sleeper holds, arm drag takedowns. They're doing drop kicks, Ishinuku drivers. They're doing small packages and belly-to-belly suplexes. They're doing all the moves. Drop toe hold, headlocks. They're doing power bombs. It's awesome. And then you have these awesome characters and how it's presented in a way that feels like pro wrestling. And it's going to be something you're going to want to watch if you like wrestling, and you like wrestling when it's called wrestling, and you like them when they're called pro wrestlers and not something else. And so we're going to do a review of this event, which again, it was on 1/8/22. And it takes place in the Memphis Wrestling Center. And the way that this is presented, it reminds me of the NWA Superstation era back in the 80s. If you recall, if you were around for that time or you've seen some of that. So it's done in a really cool way. And the commentary is awesome. So you have this great commentary that really puts over each wrestler, and you can get to know these characters, and it's about this contest between these wrestlers and the storyline, and they are the focus. So, is there anything you want to add, Isaac, quick before we get into this?
Let's get into this.
Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so basically, in this particular episode, we have the United World Tag Team Championship match with between the Young Goats, they're called. Now, these two guys they're awesome. They're 19-year-olds who have been wrestling since they were 13 years old. And one of them's called Big Aaron Roberts, and he's called the Problem Child. And the other one was called Zay Washington, and he's known as the Chosen One. And they're going against the United World Tag Team Champions, who are called La Bodega. And they have actually 3 members Danny Limelight accompanies them. He's known as the Radioactive Poppy, and he kind of is this kind of dirty heel. He's looks a little bit thuggish, and he kind of, they say he requires a toll. It's like a street tax, and he basically, the toll is that he'll beat you down, kind of thing. And so, but the two guys that are going to be in the ring fighting that have the belts are called King Fat Boy Papo Esco, and then the other guy is Slice Boogie, and he looks like a bully. He looks like a sport type jock guy. He's wearing like a New York Knicks jersey, and these guys they look mean. They don't look like they mess around, and they mean business. And going into this match that they show, these guys have been they've been the tag team champions for a little while. So this Zay Washington and Big Aaron Roberts, the young goats, they're kind of like on the rise. So they've been winning a lot of matches and stuff. And so this is their big shot. Even though they're young, they're like 19-year-olds. They're doing enziguris and stuff. And they've been wrestling since they were 13 years old. And so this is their big moment to try to get these championship belts off the La Bodega. And so we encourage you to check that out. It's a really cool match. And then, first of all, just backing up a little bit, the presentation of this again, it's free, it's family friendly, and it's fun. That's what I would say. It feels like we're in a wrestling renaissance, is what I'm saying. And the commercials are even funny. Like, they have these infomercials / local commercials for this promotion. And I'm not going to spoil who's in the commercials, but you'll laugh when you see it. And again, this is presented like with marquee matches that are curated, and all of these matches are with for the tag team championships. And so again, they're doing backdrops, grapples, they're doing all the wrestling moves. And so later, after that match, again, the second match is The Awakening, they're called. Now, they were on NXT at one point, and they were pretty cool. I think they were the first tag team champions of NXT. And when they were on NXT, they were called The Ascension. So on here, they're called The Awakening. And their members are Vic the Space Lord, and the other one is Big Khan, and he's a big, impressive looking dude. And if you've seen him on NXT, you know what we're talking about. Now they take on the Bodega, but this time Danny Limelight is replacing one of the other wrestlers, King Fat Boy Papo Esco. So it's Danny Limelight in his place with Slice Boogie. So they take on The Awakening. Cool match. We encourage you to go see it. It's a lot of brawling, a lot of impressive moves. And then last but not least, a real cool final kind of like main event that they have in this particular episode, between the Midnight Heat, and they're accompanied by, looks like their manager or cheerleader or whatever, and his name is Guy Tweakacetti. And the members of the Midnight Heat, they're called Rockin' Ricky Gibson and Precious Eddie Pearl. Now these guys look, it's kind of like, it looks like they're party type guys, and they're just looking to get these championships, and if they do, they're going to be partying hard about, after they do it. And so they're going to go against the La Bodega. And these guys, they're impressive, the Bodega. They're dastardly. With this wrestling too, what's cool is you get the basics. You get heels versus faces, and you get colorful characters. you get all the wrestling moves that you would expect from pro wrestling. There's no limited moves where all the guys are limited to the moves that they can do, and then the action is squarely focused on the wrestlers, and so is the commentating. The commentating is focused on the wrestlers and letting you know what they're about and what their goals are. So we definitely encourage you to check this out. You're going to see German suplexes. You're going to see good tandem teamwork and all of these tag team matches that we're talking about. And so we definitely encourage you to see that. And, you want to chime in, Isaac, here?
I'd say this is a quality compilation. If you're a fan of tag team matches and kind of shows you like the story against the Bodega and this one for the most part for
it definitely focuses on this team called I think they're called the Bodega, but sometimes it refers to them as La Bodega. So yeah, the action is squarely on tag teams with this one. So if you love tag team wrestling, the classic style, where you got them working together with the tandem teamwork and stuff, and they're working over the other wrestlers and breaking down their limbs and all that kind of stuff, then you'll like this action. And again, this is free on the Memphis Wrestling YouTube channel. Now, I think you can also get this through Fight TV, but we don't have Fight TV, so we're watching it on the YouTube channel. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do a short spoiler-free review of each one of these events for the Championship Wrestling presented by CarShield. And then also, you can check out our previous reviews. It was spoiler-free, and that one was the episodic content. So just go to episode 1. They have a playlist, and you just scroll over or scroll down depending on which one you click on, and go to episode 1. And it was back in January of this year, 2022, and that one is from the United Wrestling Network. And so that one starts off with the Cobra Cup tournament. Is essentially they have to crown a champion because that's the very first event and it's the very first match. So we encourage you to check that out and join us for more reviews like this. Comment down below. Let us know if you're watching this stuff and what you think. To us, this feels like wrestling again, and it also checks all the boxes off for us. I mean, this is the kind of wrestling that we want to see. And if you do too, then we definitely encourage you to come along on this journey with us as we essentially try to catch up to the current stuff. They're putting out current stuff on their YouTube channel, Memphis Wrestling, for free. And so we're going to be watching those too and probably doing reviews on those. But again, we have to catch up and learn all these different characters and the pro wrestlers and stuff and the storylines and whatnot. So again, they're doing all the moves and stuff, and if you like that kind of wrestling where it makes sense logically and stuff, then you're gonna like this as well. And is there any final thoughts you got, Isaac, before we close this one out?
So yeah, overall I'd say this is a pretty high quality compilation of tag team type matches. If you're wanting to watch high quality tag team wrestling where they do they do the high quality moves and it's not limited, then I'd say that this is a pretty good wrestling show compilation.
All right, so we hope that this video finds you having an amazing day, and we hope that you have a blessed day. signing out.